Hi, and welcome to Dede Talks, the Art of Specialty Lenses. Today, our guests are Karen and Kem from Tangible Sciences. They are here to give our listeners a little bit of an insight into tangible Hydra-PEG, what it is, and why. Welcome, Karen and Kem. Feel free to introduce yourselves to our listeners.
Yes, I'm Karen Havenstrite. I'm the co-founder of Tangible Science and the scientist who invented Hydra-PEG.
And I'm Kem Grizzaffi, and I am the Director of Sales for Tangible Science, and I do all the professional education.
I wanted to tell you a little bit more about Hydra-PEG and how it came to be. My background is actually as a stem cell biologist and chemical engineer. So for my PhD thesis, I designed materials to interact with the body in a better way. So my approach towards contact lenses is thinking a lot about the biology. So contact lenses are really interesting because they sit in this tear film structure on the eye, which is a water-oil interface where the oil is keeping the water on the eye, preventing it from dehydrating. But unfortunately, when you put a contact lens on the eye, it often disrupts that oil layer and causes a lot of evaporation, not to mention wetting problems, visual problems. So when we started working on this product, this is the problem that we saw. The need is how can we make a contact lens sit in this tear film structure without disrupting it? And this is just an example of what I was just talking about, a really non-wetting surface on a scleral lens and what can happen on the eye when that oil is interacting with the lens and not letting the tear film form smoothly. So our solution was actually to take these materials that I had been working on in my PhD and adapt them to essentially wrap around a scleral contact lens and make the surface of the lens look much more like the natural eye. So the natural ocular surface is rich in mucins and other water-soluble polymers, and that is what allows the water to completely surround the lens and keeps the oil away from the lens and allows the tear film to form more naturally. So this was our need, our solution, and Hydra-PEG is really designed to match that natural surface of the eye, wrap the lens in a material that will make the tear film think that it's interacting with the normal ocular surface. So it improves wettability, it increases surface water retention, which is what allows the water to form naturally over the surface. And then the coating is also very lubricious. So like the surface of the natural eye, mucins are very slippery, and the surface of Hydra-PEG is also very slippery, which decreases eyelid friction and helps to improve comfort. And then it also reduces deposits, and this is because it's preventing any of these proteins or lipids from sticking to the lenses. This is just that exact same patient with a scleral lens before Hydra-PEG, and then taking that lens and applying Hydra-PEG to it and showing what dramatic improvements we can get to the surface properties of these lenses when we put Hydra-PEG on them. So, Kim, this is an overview of Hydra-PEG. Do you have any questions, things that you think I missed, or other properties of Hydra-PEG you wanted to point out?
I think some of the properties of Hydra-PEG that's interesting from a practice value standpoint is how you can apply Hydra-PEG to a lens and see a dramatic improvement in your chair time, in finalizing patients, and in seeing more revenue per patient because they're coming in for fewer no-charge visits. You also streamline processes by creating these protocols in your practice, which highly reduces some of the stress felt by staff when there's a lot of guesswork involved. So Hydra-PEG as a protocol and a practice, especially a lens practice, is something that is sort of an added benefit outside of the benefits to the patient's lenses.
Great.
Thank you, Karen and Kem. That was very informative. I would like to thank our sponsors for ABB Optical Group and to invite you to stay tuned for future episodes of Dede Talks.